The microphone was kind of like really not sounding good last time. So honestly, I don't think it's gonna sound good this time. But trial and error, we'll get it right. Let me go get a snack, and I will be right back. I just cleaned this apple with some hand soap, and I can taste the soap. But anyway, it's fine. I'm just looking at maps. Looking at St. Lucia or St. Lucia. How do you say St. Lucia? I think it's St. Lucia. It's embarrassing. St. Lucia.
Investing in terracing on the hill slopes of St. Lucia will ensure successive investments in agricultural productivity as farmers are
was formed and continued to be nurtured by the Caribbean from St. Lucia, lived and worked in Jamaica.
New Orleans is definitely like St. Lucia. The buildings, the old wooden homes, the bright colors, Mardi Gras.
Won the Nobel Prize. He's from the island of St. Lucia, an Afro-Caribbean poet. And it's called Love After Love. Probably many people know this.
from Mali and the Sahara to St. Lucia, Bolivia, Chile, and the USA. They spoke easily to
Their lives are like day to day. When my wife and I went to St. Lucia for our honeymoon, I said to her, "Don't get off the plane with me."
Yeah, let's look at the news. Damn, 2 days ago?
A grim discovery was made in Balata Babunu on Wednesday afternoon when the body of a young man identified by relatives as Junior Victor was found in a bushy area near his home, bearing signs of violence. For his mother, the heartbreak was unbearable.
They put on the phone already. They put him on the phone already. They put him in. That was my son. What? Yeah. What?
The anguish was overwhelming as the family grappled with the loss of the 39-year-old. Amid her grief, Marilyn Melius reflected on the last words she shared with her son just weeks before his untimely and violent death.
Last week, my son told me, love me so much. Mommy, I love you so much, mommy. This one is saying, well, boy Junior making a post because now my boys are children. It's for my son making a. Son for me. He had to come pick us up yesterday. Bring us here. Yes. I called him this. I sent a photo for him this morning. Night away. And a little while, my daughter called me and told me him dead.
Melius described Victor as a kind young man who did not deserve the untimely and brutal end that befell him.
He was a loving boy. He was making everybody laugh. I don't know if he do something. I don't even though he did something, and they wanted money. They could have all the family would have paid. I don't know what he do. I don't know what he do. Why? Why you kill him? I don't know. I love my son. I have 3 boys and 4 girls. I love my son. My son is still mourning my mother. I still mourn my mother. After this, still mourning my mother.
Loved ones are now seeking answers, struggling to understand the motive behind the young man's gruesome death.
I just come and tell us the news. You killed my nephew. Very sad. Very, very sad. I would like to know what happened and who killed him and why.
When last you saw your nephew?
He was the whole week since I came from St. Martin. He was there every night, but last night I noticed we didn't see him. He said he was going to come pick me up and have a drink. To come and have a drink with him. This morning we sent a little some pictures and stuff for him, and we noticed we never see nothing. We never heard nothing, and just come and tell us he's dead.
The case is currently under active investigation by the Royal St. Lucia Police Force. Victor's death has pushed the island's homicide toll to 45 thus far in 2025. Joachim Duplessis, HDS News Force.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44, a complete AI creation platform. Describe what you want, and watch it take shape. You can plan, customize, and expand in any direction. From hidden in this mountain is a $1 billion.
Sorry, but no. Let's look at. I mean, I didn't know is English. What are the spoken Bruh, I'm not even typing nothing. What are the spoken languages of St. Lucia? Excuse me. English is the official language, although many St. Lucians speak a French patois. 90% of the population is Roman Catholic, a further reflection of early French influence on the island. Let's check it out. This is a okay. 238 square miles. So I need a reference for that. How big is Philadelphia? Damn. The island is just barely almost to Philadelphia's. How big is New York? How big is New York? So this island is smaller than New York. St. Lucia is smaller than New York. It's hard for me to figure out what the fuck to text people sometimes. Now I understand why. Bro, I might just put a thumbs up. Oh shit. Fuck. Okay. I should have just sent a fucking thumbs up because it took way too much time. Um. Okay, so yeah, 67,000 people. Like what? Damn, bro. Like there's really not that many people. Wait, but that's in the capital. Okay, so this is the total. Philly is smaller, so let's see. Philadelphia population 1.5 mil. 1.5 milli. um Ethnic groups. So like East Indian, 1% European. But who were the natives though? There had to be natives there, right? Like there's natives everywhere. 6% mixed. Native St. Lucians. The Airwalks. Boom. First known inhabitants who settled on the island between 200 and 400 AD. Kilinago Carib, more warrior-like group who gradually replaced the Arawaks around 800 AD. The French signed a treaty. So, okay, I did not know this actually. So, Arawak versus Arawak were indigenous groups. War. Martinique. Where's the French live? Fucking hate texting. This shit is so annoying. Just fucking call me. You know what I mean? Like, I don't mean to be ungrateful. You know what I mean? People, texting, sending memes. These are great things, but just fucking call me. Like, so much easier to just talk. You know, typing is a whole fucking ordeal. You gotta like figure out how to put the sentence together. Okay, Martinique. Let's find Martinique because I'm interested. Martinique. So, the Caribe, or what was their other name? The Kalinago. Kalinago. The Kalinago people. The Kalinago is the preferred name of the indigenous people of the Eastern Caribbean, particularly on the island of Dominica, who were historically called Caribs by Europeans. The term Carib narrates a negative colonial connotation, while Kalinago is a name of the people use for themselves to honor their indigenous heritage. The Kalinago territory is also known as the Caribe Reserve, is a designated area on Dominica where this community lives and preserves its culture through crafts like basket weaving, farming, and traditional foods to see in the Kilinago Cultural Center. All right, that's another place to visit. Don't look at my list or copy my list. Actually, yeah, okay, we're safe. Let's see. Kilinago Cultural Center. And that's on Dominica. Dominica. Kilinago. Carina Cultural Village. Kilinago Barana Aute. Kilinago people. didn't know about this. Yeah, we gotta mark that one for sure. What's this? Territory Guest House. Kilinago. $60 a night. That's a lot. I mean, it's not, but it is though. Dangle's Bed and Breakfast. Nice little flat land. Flat yard land. Are these guests? The Experience Kilinago Tours. So this is the family. We specialize in accommodation and transportation services and organize tours to Dominica's best sites. I love this idea. Boom. Let's check them out someday. Nellie's Hideaway Bar. This is very, very interesting. Very interesting. It's interesting to me because it looks beautiful. I know these are like a very specific kind of building. But there's something interesting about this place. I don't really know too much about the Kilinagos people. The Kilinago or simply no. Why we're not? Well, I guess to trace the lineage of the people. Are any indigenous people or are an indigenous people of the Lesser Antilles in the Caribbean? They may have been related to the mainland Caribs or Calinas. Oh yeah, listen to the name, Calina of South America, but they spoke an unrelated language known as Kilinago or Island Carib. I would like to learn Kilinago at some point. Kilinago language. The Kilinago, also called Island Caribs or simply Caribs. Okay, I read that part a million fucking times. The language. Injeri. Inyeri. Inyeri. It was an Arawakan language. All right, see, now we're getting to the meat of what I'm. This is like one of those traditional little like rabbit holes, like internet rabbit holes. You know what I mean? So, was an Arawakan language historically spoken by the Kalinago of the Lesser Antilles and the Caribbean. The Kalinago proper became extinct. What do you mean a people have just gone extinct? Like that does not happen. Like that just doesn't happen. I mean, I guess as like what makes something extinct? Like that's implying that it was something and now it no longer is. But it's also like something that's first starting is also in a similar state of extinctness. Like I don't know if I'm making total sense, but like when something starts and it's in that weakened state, it's the same as like something that is extinct. Like it's just like the bell curve thing. Anyway, historically spoken by the Kalinago of the Western Antilles in the Caribbean, Kalinago proper became extinct due to the population decline at colonial period. Ooh. Deportations resulting in language deaths. No. Oh, the language. Wait. Okay, I see. Um, but an offshoot survives as Garifuna. Garifuna. Interesting. Very interesting. Because that's Belize. It's fucking texting shit. Uh, nice. That's fucking awesome. Shout out to that.
If I were to ask you, what does the Wii,
Okay, wait, I'm getting distracted again. Uh, okay, maybe I should watch a video. I'm debating if I want to share this on my Instagram. Okay. Garifuna is spoken in Central America, especially in Honduras, but also, oh, excuse me, Guatemala and Belize as well. Nicaragua and the U.S., particularly in New York City, where it is spoken in Queens, Brooklyn, and the Bronx, and in Houston, which has had a community of Central Americans since 1980s. Very, very, very interesting. The first feature film in the Garifuna language, Garifuna in Peril, was released in 2012. Garifuna. So is Garifuna is okay, let's take a look at the Arawakan language. Interesting. Myperian, also known as Myperian. Mypuriano is a language family that developed among ancient indigenous peoples in South American branches, migrated into Central America and Greater Antilles and Lesser Antilles. In the exceptions of Ecuador, Uruguay, Chile, Myperian may be related to other language families in a hypothetical macro Arawakan. All right. We need to clean out a little bit. So we're going to keep the Kalinago around. Kalinago language, Garifuna, is interesting. But I want to see native Caribbean languages. So the Taino is an Arawakan language formerly spoken widely by the Taino people of the Caribbean. So I guess Arawak, this is Taino, because the way I'm aware of it, Arawak refers to a large group of indigenous people and languages of South America and the Caribbean, while Taino is a specific later culture group within the Arawakan family prominent in the Greater Antilles. The Arawak, let's see now, different native people of the Caribbean. The Taino, the Kalinago, the Siguayo, and the Macorix, Hispaniola, and Guanahatabe inhabited western Cuba. Guanahatabe, that's interesting. Atabe is the goddess of total creation. She's the central goddess. So this might mean people of Atabe, but I don't know. I'm literally just making that up. The Guanahatabe, also spelled Guanahatabe, were an indigenous people of western Cuba. Oh, here's an interesting map. Open image. Oh God. All right, Taino Guanahatabe. Guanahatabe. Taino. Oh, I wish I could read that. So there's three. There's three distinction of Taino. God damn. How can I? Oh, here it is. Taino clásicos. Taino occidentales. Occidentales. Taino orientales. Caribs. No. That's Kalinago people. Kalinago. So where did the word Arawak come from? Excuse me. South America. One second. Alright, took me a minute, but I'm back. This is what I'm snacking on. Ithaca hummus, lemon and dill. Non-GMO, cold crafted, vegan, gluten-free, glyphosate residue-free, real food, expeller, pressed sunflower oil, thoughtfully sourced ingredients. Non-GMO, gluten-free, vegan, and there's a tiny little thing I can't read there. But you know, man, let's see what it tastes like. And I got just regular Ritz crackers, so. Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's a thick one, I will say. Very thick. hummus. Like, that's enough for one chip, is it not? Mm. Oh, sorry, I should be reading this. In 1871, bro, colonialism is, wow, that's insane. This all happened like not that long ago. Anyway, you're lost. You lost the plot. You lost the plot here. Mm-mm-mm. Anyway, in 1871, ethnologist Daniel Garrison Brenton proposed calling the Caribbean population Island Arawak because of their cultural and linguistic similarities with the mainland Arawak. Subsequently, scholars shortened the convention to Arawak, creating confusion between the island and mainland groups. Excuse me. In the 20th century, scholars such as Irving Rouse resumed using Taino for the Caribbean group to emphasize their distinct culture and language. Who the fuck is this Irving Rouse? So he's an important figure. He is an important figure. Let's. Rouse began his academic career studying forestry and obtaining his bachelor's degree in plant science from Yale Sheffield Scientific School in 1934. Rouse identifies his background in botany as a major factor in his lifelong interest in classification and taxonomy. As a result of family financial reversals resulting in from the Wall Street 2029 and the Great Depression from 1929 to 1932. Rouse needed employment to continue at Yale, and as an undergraduate worked up the Yale Peabody Museum of Natural History. Worked at. I'm getting sleepy. I gotta turn this off. It's a graduate level anthropology course. Upon receiving his PhD in 19, has accepted a job. Sorry, I'm just flossing my teeth. I'm gonna find his book here. I just I want to have faith that he was good at what he did, but I want to hear the history from the people. And he is not of the Caribbean people. But I mean, he's got interesting books that I would actually want to read. And who knows? I don't know his stance on anything. I don't know. Um, I might be passing judgment on him right now. I would absolutely love to get this one. Yeah, I need this book. found another book. That would be cool to have all three of them. Let's find Sebastian. All right, all right, all right, all right. Let's.
Progress often requires temporary disruption, and the current traffic congestion on the Castries Rosalie Highway is a prime example. This inconvenience is a direct result of the Morshy Corinth Road expansion project, which began on August 20th. The project is designed to transform the Morshy Corinth corridor into a dual carriageway, establishing it as a primary northern artery for traffic flow. To manage the anticipated increase in vehicles, the Bonte Radby Road will also be expanded.
Currently, we're about, I'd say, 15% complete on the project, and although it seems like a lot of work has been done, we still have a long way to go, as the roadworks entail a lot of road widening, demolition of existing drains in order to create new ones, and reprofiling of the road to create a smoother ride. We have cleaned up a lot of the edges of the road in order to get an idea of what we are working with. We have also established a few retaining walls, and we have also widened on the road by taking on the road reserve currently in a few places.
I'm quite surprised at how quickly it's moving along. Whether it will continue at that pace through its completion, that's left to be seen. But so far, I think they've only been working on this for a week and a half or maybe 2 weeks for the most, and most of the road is already widened. I didn't even think they could get this road so wide, but yeah, they're working very fast.
According to Savi Gajada, project manager at CIE Limited, the nature of this project makes it different from typical road upgrades. Unlike other projects where a single lane can remain intermittently open, the current alignment and the use of heavy earth-moving equipment makes such an option unfeasible.
As you can see if you drive, a lot of the areas that previously caused bottlenecks in that bypass road is now opened, so the traffic is freed up a lot. The next steps we are taking is to widen certain areas of the road.
Here are some scenes of the progress thus far.
I love a good road. To be honest. I love me a good road, man.
Can't really stop development. I mean, it's for the betterment of the country.
I raised up at age, now I'm 56 years, and I never see that happen there. That's the best thing happened to us. Access for vehicle, better road for vehicle, and the one way was accident and it was risk for the children. Now, that's the best we ever have there.
What I really wish is to see that after the road is finished, structured, after the structure is there, there is enough space for people to walk. Make allowance for people to walk. You know, you can't build a road like that in that manner and they don't have space for people to move around.
The
Mhm.
work involves large-scale land reclamation, the construction of extensive retaining walls, and
That is
significant
true.
reshaping of the topography
That
to
is a
accommodate both.
problem. That's a problem across the Caribbean, where these like central roads don't have designated foot foot traffic location or like designated foot traffic area. Basically, what I'm trying to say is a sidewalk. Um, you know what I mean? Because they just don't really account for that. They're they like you can walk on the road, but like that's how people die. Like, um, and it makes people not want to go outside. You know what I mean? Like you want to encourage the people to explore. So you kind of need to create these sidewalks on these kinds of roads. But like I said, it's a Caribbean wide thing.
Passenger and commercial grade traffic.
Probably
Our
because of the
contract
weather.
was for about 16 months.
But I mean,
But given the way CIU works, we work 7 days a week, and we try our best to work as late as possible in order to get it completed as fast as possible. Please bear with us as we continue this project. We will be working as quickly as we can, and please expect delays, but not for too long.
The immediate impact has been increased
this
congestion
island
and
is so
inconvenience for motorists.
small.
However, officials
This
emphasize
island is
that
smaller
the
than
long-term
New York.
benefits will far outweigh the short-term discomfort. Once completed, the dual carriageway is expected to significantly ease traffic pressure across the north, improve road safety, and create a more resilient transport corridor. The new infrastructure will be capable of supporting St. Lucia's growing economic and social demands. Joachim Duplessis, HTS News Force.
Wow. Very nice. Very nice. Love that.
It was an evening of magic as Peter and Company Auto elevated the motoring experience in St. Lucia with the introduction of the GAC brand of world-renowned Chinese vehicles.
GAC is made and manufactured in China. GAC has worked with some of the top brands like Honda. They had joint ventures with Honda, Mitsubishi, the likes of Toyota, and so forth. And then, of course, started their own brand. It's ranked the best vehicle for 8 straight years. And also, to put the icing on the cake, it's also a 7 years warranty on the ICE vehicles. And then also for the fully electric vehicles, we have 8 years.
They are the world's largest exporter of automobiles and currently the second largest economy in the world, just behind the United States.
GAC has an established track record in producing vehicles for top global brands. It has brought to St. Lucia 2 gasoline-powered vehicles, the MCOO and Enzoom. The Ion EV series is expected in a few weeks.
So once again, we have been building Honda and Toyota. Honda since 1998, Toyota since 2004, Hino since 2007, and Mitsubishi since 2012. And all of those companies' best practice engineering technology is in our vehicles that you see today.
The GAC has been competitively priced and comes with a 7-year warranty, reliable parts supply, and a cadre of high-trained service technicians.
The team is fully, completely trained. They've undergone full technical training on all of the cars. They can diagnose or fix your cars, no worry. We have parts in stock. We have absolutely gorgeous cars, all the features in the world.
We have GAC in St. Lucia, also at our sister company in Grenada, in Barbados, in Jamaica. So if we didn't have the parts, we can get it from our sister company. Also, we have a place in Panama where we can get all of our parts.
Current and potential customers of Peter and Company Auto was taken on test drives to experience the comfort, fuel efficiency, and technological advancements of the GAC brands.
It's very smooth. I find it very efficient. There are a lot of features which I like.
The drive is very smooth. Even though we have a little bumps in the road, the vehicle actually absorbs it, so you don't really feel it. It went up the BC Hill so fast, I was like, okay, wow. I thought I was within low gear or something, but it just went up like so quickly.
The ladies like, you see the interior?
Nothing like a good car.
They're go mad about it because I brought a couple of ladies I knew here. I brought them to see the vehicles.
and they were like, oh my God, the inside, the space.
I think the little guys, like young guys like me, I think they'll like that vehicle.
The prices I heard that they're offering, you simply can't beat that. So if you're looking for value for money, I give it a 10 out of 10 every day.
Peter and Company also believes the introduction of the GAC brand will revolutionize the driving experience for motorists across St. Lucia. For the DBS
You
News
see what I
World,
mean about
Francis
it being such a
Stanislas
small
reporting.
island? They're reporting on a car dealer
If you're a producer who hates AI, this
basically getting a shipment of Chinese cars. It's just an interesting little concept, I believe. Anyway, I'm getting tired, so that's it for me. I'm calling it quits. I've been here alone anyway, just watching, looking at maps and shit.